to the Life Unscripted podcast, living life unscripted since 2002, with your hosts, Morgan
and Holly.
Alright, so what's today's topic?
Today's topic is about our health journey.
A lot. We got a lot to cover. So, we're just going to be talking about our workout journeys and why we've been doing that, how it's been helping us, things that we've been doing for our health, to feel better, and to overall just live a healthier lifestyle, because I think, definitely for me at least, all those unhealthy habits that I was doing last year really took a toll on me and my energy levels, and I feel like a different person. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I wake up and, like, have caffeine in my system, and I don't. That's me waking up. That's what we're going to talk about.
Alright, guys, so we started this health journey back in February, and we've been going to the gym about 5 to 6 days a week ever since, getting them gains. So we just wanted to hop on here and talk about what that's done for us, why we be doing it, and yeah.
Hopefully to inspire some people to get into it like we have, because, like I said, I feel like a different person. Holly feels like a different person.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we get in there.
Mental health, physical health though. Wait. Mental health. She's getting there.
So yeah, we just want to be some inspiration for y'all. We have several whys of why we're working out and eating healthier, having healthier habits, and I think a huge one for both of them is that we just felt depleted all the time and felt tired. We were sleeping until 11 p.m. We were staying up till 1 a.m. Not that that's the most terrible thing ever, because it's not, but that's just not like a good fit for our routines.
Doesn't fit for my lifestyle coming
No. And I know for me, I would struggle to get out of bed every single day before we started on this health journey, and I just don't want that for myself. I really don't. And I knew that I could do better. I had done better in the past. I worked out and felt better in the past, and I let it go because of my depression. That's what really got me, was the depression.
Yep.
And not feeling motivated enough to want better for myself. Even though I knew that potential was there, I didn't have the motivation because of the depression to get me that last inch to start all this, because it felt like such a big undertaking. Do you agree? It felt like a lot to take on at once.
Yep.
It felt like a big undertaking because I had so many things in my mind that I was like, I want to do this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt like so much at one time that I was low-key afraid to start.
Yeah.
Not only do I want to work out every day, I want to get up earlier every day. I want to eat healthier every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to eat out as much. I want to stretch every morning. All these things. And I think what really helped get me going in the beginning is focusing on one of those things and starting with that, and then adding in slowly all of these other things. Do you feel like it was a big undertaking?
Yeah, especially back in February. I was working 4 days a week, and I had clinicals, and we had class. So I had class 2 days a week last semester, but still, in those off days I had work. And then I was like, and now you want me to wake up early to go work out, and when I'm already tired? But part of the reason why I'm already tired is because of our really bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I was always like, I don't have time for that. That was my favorite excuse at the time. It was, I don't have time for that. When in reality, I just didn't have it in me to make time for it. And then I was like, well, that sucks because we're making time.
That's everybody's favorite excuse. And I didn't know it until I knew it, but I just didn't want to say it to you. I knew you had the time, but didn't want to make the time, but I let you come to that on your own. But like, so many people will be like, oh, I don't have time for that. No, you don't want to make time.
It's not prioritizing your time.
Mm-hmm.
There's making priorities. Like, we prioritize going to the gym, like some people prioritize going to the bar. And he thinks, I don't have time for that. That's what I don't have time for. Is going out and getting drunk and lit. And like, no shame. That's what you like to do, have at it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'd rather drink for special occasions rather than go drink for the hell of it.
It's not worth waking up feeling like crap the next day and then all the negative health effects that it has.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only do you spend your night drinking, but then you spend the next day feeling terrible.
And like trash. And you don't get out of bed till like 2 because your body's like depleted.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, well, that was a waste of like 2 days basically.
Yep, me every time I got drunk.
Yeah. And it's expensive. I'd rather spend my money on things I want than alcohol.
Yeah. Side tangent.
Me at the club.
So, the other part of my why is just knowing my potential, knowing that I could do it, just being tired of that unhealthy version of myself. Like, I want to be the best version of myself. And that's what I'm striving for. That best version of me.
Yeah. My basical.
Actually, I do want to say, my
Basical. I'm glad you finally got it.
Anywho, I do just want to say that I saw a TikTok the other day, and the girl, she had before and after pictures of herself from after her health journey to what she looked like before her health journey, and she basically just said that cardio wasn't the big factor, a calorie deficit wasn't like what really got her to where she wanted to be. It was doing a mindfulness exercise that is basically just asking yourself, what would the best version of me do? Would the best version of me sleep in, or would the best version of me get up early? And I think the answer is, there. Or like, would the best version of me sleep in and feel more tired, or would the best version of me get up and go work out for 30 minutes? So
My basical reason. I've always wanted to start working out, and I've started working out in the past, and then I'd do it for like a month or two, and then I would just flop, and I'd give up. And the only thing I was doing was working out, and when I would work out, it was just going to like Planet Fitness and sitting on the treadmill for like 10 minutes, like no incline when I was first ever going. So really just walking for fun, when I could just walk around the neighborhood if I wanted to walk. And this was like back in 2022. And then I just hit every random machine. And I'm like, yeah, arm pump, leg pump. Who knows what it was getting me done? Nothing. And then I'd just stop. I'd go, oh wow, I'm getting some booty.
I bet you were doing like lighter weights than you should have too.
Oh yeah. Like probably 20. Like stupid. Like one of those machines. Like there's no point for that. I'm over here like, yeah, I'm getting my pump. I wake up the next day. Yeah, and I still wake up the next day sore. So I guess there was some type of pump.
Something.
There was something. It wasn't right.
At least you were trying.
Exactly. I got no gains from it, and it was really pointless, but I didn't do my research because I didn't really care at the time. I was just doing it because, I'm big, I should lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And that mentality on its own doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I had to come to terms with, which also leads to now I'm not doing it to lose weight. I'm doing it to feel better about myself.
Absolutely.
And have more energy during the day. Because like on these days I have work at like 10:30. Like yes, we're getting up even earlier to go work out, but like now I have more energy for the day. We got up at 7 yesterday and I was still fine when I got home from work. And I closed last night at 8:30. That's a lie. I closed last night at 6:30. But still, like I came home and like I was like obviously I'm exhausted when I get home because it's retail. But when I'm actually there, we're really rocking.
Yep.
Anywho, then back in February, that's when all my anxiety happened, as y'all know from the last episode. And literally, like the day before all this crap happened, is when I told Morgan like I want to start going to the gym with you. I want to start working out. I know if I don't start now, I'm never gonna do it. So I'm gonna start doing it now. And then my car broke down the next day, And then the reason why I kept going, even when I was going through that insane anxiety, I mean, I would wake up sick every day. I could barely eat. I was eating applesauce and yogurt, like nothing else, nothing more. I couldn't stomach anything else, so it would come back up. TMI, guys, but that's just how it really was. And I was literally living off ashwagandha gummies because I hadn't gone to the psychiatrist yet. And I hadn't got my hands on drugs. So I was literally living on fight or flight constantly, but I was still going. I might be depressed as hell, and I might be sitting there like crying and dying inside, but I was still going. And the whole reason I kept with it is because your health and your mental health are linked to each other. And I knew that by being like healthy and working towards a better lifestyle, that it would support me mentally. If you're feeling better physically, your mental health just betters itself with it to begin with. Also, just like to fix my health while I'm young, because like diabetes runs in my family, and like PCOS and all that stuff that I do have PCOS, and like my thyroid, we got some problems there. And then literally when I was like 13, I got diagnosed with fatty liver, like non-alcoholic, because my PCOS just ruins my hormones, and that's something I can reverse. And my doctors would always like tell me I need to exercise, and at the time, like, they don't understand PCOS, that like, and something I had to learn with PCOS is that cardio doesn't work for PCOS. That's why you just stay at a stagnant weight. I was literally getting exposed. I was 212 for literally years. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it was never moving. And I did collar guard majorettes, like, for 10 years straight. Like, I was working out, and then I did tennis in spring, like, semesters, so I wasn't just sitting on my butt. I was literally active. I've always been an active person. Like, I am not a person who likes to sit right here. Can't do it. And it's frustrating when you see everyone around you who does the same sports as you, and they're skinny mini, and they eat the same stuff. We're all going to school together. You see the crap they eat every day. The only meal I'm not seeing you eat is your dinner. Okay, because that's not going to do that much for you. That's not going to make a big difference. So when you see every single person you're going to school with, not every single person, I mean, that's a big overstatement, but like the people that are in your sports, like I was the biggest majorette always. I was like I was like more mid-size on our like tennis team. Like, I've always been the bigger person, but then like as I've gotten older, I realized that's not my fault, and that's that PCOS for you. But part of the reason I'm starting and doing this health journey is to unload that big, like, PCOS seems like this big scary thing to me, but it's working towards it and finding what works best for me, because I've learned that high intensity cardio, like running on the treadmill, that would do absolutely nothing for me. Like sprinting on the treadmill, like a nice little slow paced jog, she gets you there. A little short little run.
We love our short runs.
Yes. A little nice little jog. But like a sprint? Absolutely not. The second over there going,
Did you know you burn the exact same calories walking as you do running?
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
Yeah, which is like, why would I run then? From PCOS, I have done my research on like TikTok and YouTube on like what works for PCOS, which also got me into like taking supplements, because I know what I'm deficient in because of all the doctors I had growing up. So I've been taking those supplements to like help regulate more of my nervous system, because my nervous system unregulation. That's something. My nervous system's unregulation is part of the reason why my anxiety is as high as it is.
Yeah.
And why some days it's more than others, because some days that's just how my nervous system is that day. And I've had to learn to live with it and realize that this is not every day. This ain't forever. And the next day can always be better. That day that's happening right then and there, it can be better.
Uh-huh.
You just do some meditation and marinate.
Absolutely. That's another huge thing, is meditation. Meditation works. It really does. Like, there are about 1,000 meditations for
everything.
Like, look up a guided meditation for stress. Look up a guided meditation for anger. Look up a guided meditation for overthinking. Like, there are thousands on YouTube. Great ones.
Me every time I'm like tweaking at night.
Yeah.
If I wake up tweaking, like, I'm not.
Yeah, or if I am just overthinking and I can't fall asleep, meditation.
That's like that one. That's one of the tips that really worked for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend meditation to anyone, no matter what.
Like, even if you think you're perfect and, oh, I don't have any problems. Okay, then just do a guided meditation to search up that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can promise you, you're going to find a benefit.
Yep. And that's not even all some spiritual shit. Like, that's just...
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like, there's ones that, like, literally talk about the universe. There's one that literally, it's like, whatever higher power you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a lot of the ones they, like, say. You don't have to be a certain religion to do it.
Speaking of chronic illnesses, I have Crohn's disease, which I've been dealing with since I was 18, and I've had to go on a health journey. I've been on antibiotics, I've been on steroids, I've had multiple surgeries, and I really just had to figure out what works for me, what exercises work for me, what doesn't work for me, what foods work for my body, what foods my body rejects. And that's another big, huge why of why I've wanted to eat healthy and exercise, because my body will not tolerate a lot of the foods that other people's bodies can tolerate. And one thing that's really helped me has been meal prepping. I found a couple of accounts on TikTok that I really like, and they have recipes, or I'll just look up a recipe on the internet and just double it, and that's what I eat for the week. And that has really, really helped me, because I do deal with a lot of bloating. Like, I will get bloated so easily because of the Crohn's, and I had a surgery to remove my gallbladder, and that definitely contributes to the bloating as well. So constantly feeling bloated, constantly feeling tired, those are really big symptoms of Crohn's. And working out, eating healthier, watching what I eat, counting my calories, that has all really helped me become this better version of myself, feel healthier, have better energy, and really feel better in the body that I'm in with the condition that I do have. And with all that being said, both Holly and I deal with chronic illnesses, and that really affects how we live our lives and the choices that we make. So if we're gonna make choices, they're gonna be healthy choices. Well, we're trying anyway, so we be trying to do that.
We do be getting there.
Speaking of trying, that's another thing with the gym and going to the gym regularly. We were going, and where I was first starting out, I was kind of taking it easy on myself, and then Holly was dealing with her anxiety and depression at the time, so we just both didn't push ourselves to where we should have, and we hadn't like researched anything. We were kind of just, getting on the treadmill for like 15 minutes and then just hitting some arm exercises and then leaving, or hitting some leg exercises and then leaving. We didn't do like push-pull days, we didn't do specific glute exercises, we didn't really hit core much. We were just doing the bare minimum and being happy with the bare minimum.
Yep.
But when we stopped being happy with the bare minimum, that's when we really started to see changes, because I really don't think that I saw any major changes in my body until we like actually started carrying.
I only lost 10 pounds because I was eating applesauce and yogurt.
Every day.
Yeah.
That's depression for you.
Every day.
But now we have scheduled days where we do certain exercises, and I did a lot of TikTok research and research specific exercises. Now we do push-pull days, we do legs and glutes separate, we have core days, and we do a little bit of cardio in there, light cardio, because the cardio.
It didn't do much.
No.
It just, it maintains.
Yeah.
It do be maintaining, not maintaining.
But I would definitely say that in the past month or two that we've actually decided we're not going to be happy with the bare minimum. We're going to try, we're going to up the weights, we're going to research specific isolation exercises, and we're going to get in there, and we've got goals to achieve. That's when we really started seeing changes. That's when we really started feeling better. And honestly, I think for me, it motivated me even more to go. Because not only was I seeing changes, but it's fun to me.
Yeah, I actually enjoy it. Like,
yeah.
As much as I don't want to wake up, I like look forward to it. So I'm like, that's urges me to go to bed at night.
Very true.
Like, I know from doing it. I know how I feel after. I know how I feel during. It's just a nice way to start the day.
Yeah, I feel like if I don't start my day with a workout, like, I don't feel the same. Like, I'm more tired, I'm sluggish, like, my brain doesn't work as good. And rest days are important, and I think once or twice a week, like, that's what works for us.
It really just depends on your schedule, because, like, during school, like, I was only going 3 or 4 days, but that's better than 0 days.
Absolutely. That's another thing that really motivated me whenever I first started. Whenever you weren't going, like the whole month of January when I was working out, I just kept telling myself, some is better than none. 1 day is better than none. 10 minutes is better than none. Because I was trying to be hard on myself for only doing like 30 minutes. Because that's all I felt like doing.
In January, it was literally a 5-minute kettlebell workout.
Yeah.
That would half-ass.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Like, because that gave me gains. And I'd walk over to the mirror immediately and be like, I don't see a difference.
No duh.
And then I would be like, well, that doesn't work. And I would just be like, I ain't doing it then. Like,
yeah.
That's stubborn.
Yeah. Like, I would go, in January when I was just going by myself, I would go just be on the treadmill. But movement is better than no movement. And that's what I told myself every day. That's what kept me going. And then a huge factor of what really got both of us consistently going is, like, motivating each other. Like, we can't just be like, oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to go today, because the other person's already up and almost ready.
Yep.
So we just, like, motivate each other to go.
That's what gets
even
me
more.
up.
Yeah, and then also doing the exercises with someone, having someone to talk to, also helps a lot. So if you're fortunate enough to have someone to go with, I would definitely do that.
Yep. Not put a podcast on and make yourself do it.
Yeah.
Ever since, like, we took the AirPods out, kind of like cut cardio down, it's more beneficial to be there, and like it's more motivating to be there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I feel like some days I don't get my day, and like I know that's like something I say all the time, but like at that portion of the day is part of my day. Like that's the part of my day I own that part of my day, and I'm the one that's in like control of like how I spend that time.
Yep.
And I can spend that time sitting on my bed watching TikTok and just scrolling through TikTok and Instagram. And sitting there for an hour because, like, oh, I woke up an hour early, let's just sit here and rot. So I can be sluggish for the next 2 hours. Like, it's not worth it. Like, even this morning, I sat in my bed for an hour, and then I was like, okay, so it's get up out of the bed now or fall back to sleep. And I was like, we're not going back to sleep, it's already 10:30. Like, I knew if I went back to bed, I wouldn't get up till 1. And I was like, no, I have to go to bed tonight.
Yeah. Low-key, I think we are each other's biggest influencer. Because that's another thing with us motivating each other to go. I've motivated you to start eating better because you have seen how it's affected me, and then you started doing it and you're like, well, I can't go back now.
No, I get fast food and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'll eat bad and I'm just like, my body, I can tell a huge difference.
Yes.
Like, and then half of it goes right through me. That might be a TMI, but it's the truth.
Yeah. Whenever I eat foods that aren't healthy for me, or like greasy, or, you know, things like that, just like chemicals, like it isn't even real food at that point.
It's chemicals.
Then I can feel a difference in my body. It makes me more tired. It makes me break out.
Yes.
Like, and that's crazy to say. That is so crazy.
Like, and that's my thing with Color Guard. Even when I was doing Color Guard, I'd get out of Color Guard, and then I'd go down Fifth Avenue and find me a fast food place to get food. I just spent 2 hours outside sweating my double snake off, and I go to McDonald's to get a Big Mac meal? Why? Or going to Dairy Queen. Oh, I got me a freaking Blizzard and some chicken tenders.
And then your body has no nutrients to run off of.
Nope.
And then you're just tired.
The only thing I had in that system was water. That was the only thing good for me in that time of my life. And I'm like, well, I work out. Like, I get in the new garden. Like, it's a workout. Like, yeah, it is a workout. It's an intense workout at that. But you aren't getting a gain when you're going over there and eating McDonald's or Wendy's or Arby's or whatever someone, like, recommended. And then, like, we would always just go to a restaurant. It was always some fast food. I wasn't cooking. Even when I was cooking at home, the healthiest thing I ate was breakfast bowls.
Mm-hmm.
That's the healthiest thing I've ever ate that I've, like, bought that's, like, packaged. I'm sitting here making French toast sticks out of a box. Bagel bites. What?
That's another thing. I think, like, whenever I was in my little depressive era, I was like, oh, well, I don't have the motivation to cook, so it's not even worth working out because I'm just going to eat bad. So now that I'm actually cooking well, I go get groceries. I'm excited to go grocery shopping. I plan out these healthy meals. Like, I'm excited to eat good food and, like, real good food.
Yeah.
It is even more of a motivator to keep this, like, health lifestyle up.
Just, like, eating better. And, like, I always complain about the prices of things. Like, I can't afford that. Well, but I can afford $9 at McDonald's for a meal. But you can't afford a pack of English muffins that cost $5 that are going to last you a full week for breakfast.
And an egg that costs maybe 10 cents.
Like, my favorite breakfast is scrambled eggs and toast. That don't cost me nothing. And it's not even terrible for you. Like, the toast, it might be because it's carbs, but hey, you kind of need it. And it'd be different. And that's what makes me so bad. Is like, I literally don't even eat bad. Mm-hmm. Like, when I eat out, rare. For one, it breaks the bank. You can't eat out anymore without spending $10 plus.
Like, think about this. We've been over this so many times. I swear to God, anybody that makes that argument that, like, buying stuff at the grocery store is so much more expensive than eating out, you're literally delusional. Like, you are literally living in a delusion.
Let me go to the store.
Because, like, 2 slices of bread is, like, 30 cents.
Yeah,
if
for real.
that. More like 20.
Yeah.
And then 1 egg is, like, 10 cents. And then, I don't know, some cheese.
Yeah.
A sprinkle of cheese. 2 cents.
Like, you could get a pack of 8 slices of cheese for $2. But it's more expensive. Yeah, than that damn Big Mac meal. Okay.
For $7.
Or
a one-time meal for like $7.
Yeah, that's gonna make you feel sluggish and nasty.
When you could eat for the whole week.
Every time I eat that crap, I never feel good after. I feel like I'm about to die. And now I go and I buy freaking, that's dramatic. But like now I go and I like buy groceries that I know I can eat off of the week. I have stuff I can make. Like I don't meal prep quite yet because I don't have time for it. I haven't made time for it.
Yeah.
If I use the Selves up there, I would. But I like chicken because I know there's so many things I can make with chicken. And like I get turkey bacon over like real bacon because it's better for you.
Like every week.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with their chicken.
No, you can make so many things, and it's such a good protein.
I literally made like chicken sandwiches this week. Mm-hmm. I had them for work for 4 days. Like that was great. I saved myself $50 there because I could have got Panera every day that damn week. But I saved $50 that week on buns that cost $3 and that pack of chicken that cost maybe $3 or $4. Mm-hmm. So $7 for 4 meals. But that's more expensive. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But I feel like that just like goes into like the lifestyle change of like not wanting to like stay up all night, not wanting to go out and party anymore, not wanting to eat like bad food, and not wanting to do like just X, Y, and Z. Like it's literally just going to bed earlier because you know you're gonna wake up and feel better about your life if you go to bed.
Yep.
And going and working out in the morning rather than just sitting and going through your phone because you know it's gonna make your better. It's gonna make your day better.
That goes along with what I said in the beginning about start with one thing and then everything else will come slowly. The waking up earlier for both of us has come slowly. The going to bed earlier at night has come slowly. And it's all a trickle effect. Like, you start with this and then it makes you want to do this. It makes you want to eat healthier. Like, it's like cause and effect. So that's a really big thing that helped me in the beginning.
Because it literally all started with like, okay, I'm gonna start working out, and then it's all led to like now.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna start working out. Well, that leads into, for one, motivating yourself to even do it to begin with, and then I work tomorrow at 10, so I'm not going. To now I work tomorrow at 10. We're just gonna get up earlier. Not, well, I open tomorrow, so tomorrow's an off day. No, it ain't. You're gonna get off your booty. And you're gonna go.
We got priorities now.
Yeah. Prioritizing what that time's spent on. Like, even if I have to work 8 hours, that's still 4 or 5 hours of the day I'm still awake. What am I doing? Like, no, I can't quit. Well, moving directions. Basically, when I was younger, I remember, like, probably middle school is when I figured out I had PCOS, and like it runs in my family, so the doctors were like, they weren't too shocked because like if it runs in your family, like your children are most likely to have it. Like if I have a girl, like she'll probably have PCOS, but I am better equipped now to help her with that, and I know like I will know what to feed her. I will know like what she needs to be doing, what she needs to eat, like workouts, like things to like help. Like I want, like if she has PCOS, there's people with PCOS that are already skinny. Like, because if you start skinny when you get diagnosed, if you maintain that, you can stay skinny. The problem with me is I was already Millie rocking when I was diagnosed, because like it's just the things I was fed. It was what my parents could afford. We were freaking broke, and they were in that same mindset from like generational traumas of those groceries that are like better for you or too expensive, when they could have been getting fruit and all that stuff, but they see the price tag on that versus $1 box meal, and they can make 2 of those for a whole family.
That's a huge thing. Like, was what I fed as a child a contributing factor to my Crohn's disease? In my opinion, yes, absolutely. However, I do not blame my parents for that, because
they can't help it.
Well, that, and they just don't know. Like, I wouldn't know half of the things that I know about our food industry if it weren't for social media. Period.
We're educated.
Yeah. And doing like my own research and reading ingredient labels. No one told my mom how to read an ingredient label. Like
who's going to tell her that?
Yeah.
Like that ever mattered.
Her mom and her mom before that, those generations, like, were just now, like my mom's mom was just now seeing all of these chemicals being put into the food. And this is, yes, this is still so new.
It's our parents' generation that were like raised fresh in it.
Yeah. And like they didn't know, because the food industry isn't going to tell them. They want you to be addicted to these foods and sugars so that you buy more. And so no one was there to educate most of the United States population who is eating these foods, and no one knows. No one knows, because there's no education behind it. No one's talking about it. And with social media comes the spread of information, and they didn't have that.
Nope. And like my mom's, like when I got diagnosed with my like fatty liver disease, like she tried to do her research. She did research on supplements. I'm just stubborn, and I wouldn't take them. So like I can't even lie and say she didn't try to help, because she did. I was just stubborn, and I would take them, and I'd be like, and they were doing things like I had to get blood work all the time because of it, and they worked. It was taking those numbers down. And then I was just one day up and was like, I don't want to be taking all these supplements for the rest of my life, so I'm not. Like, that's stubborn. they're supplements that are good for you. It's not like prescription medicines.
Mm.
Now, if it was a bunch of prescription medicines, then yeah, I'd feel that way. But they're supplements. Like, yeah. But like PCOS, my mom had it, but like they didn't have the education to know really what to help. Like, she just had it. She's like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
And they told her she was infertile, which is another reason why I just don't. I'm like, whatever. Y'all can tell me I'm infertile. My mom has 3 kids. Like, okay. My mom obviously wasn't that educated on PCOS. They didn't tell her much. Like, even when she was a kid, it's such a, like, huge disease. And there's so much unknown with it.
Mm-hmm.
The doctors aren't really, they kind of don't even do the research on it. It's a problem. They just don't care to know.
Yeah, that's another thing with Crohn's, is it affects everyone so differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's the same for PCOS. Like, people with Crohn's have completely different symptoms.
Yeah.
Like, some people can have just stomach pain and no diarrhea, and others have diarrhea and no stomach pain. Like, it affects everybody differently, and it's so crazy. And the doctors just have to generalize everybody, because what can you do? For us with chronic illnesses, we have to be our own advocates, and we have to do our own research on everything, because sometimes the doctors just overgeneralize,
Mm-hmm.
and our healthcare system just isn't properly. No, it's not where it should be, and it's not properly equipped to deal with chronic illnesses. It's not. It's great for when you break your leg. It's great for if you have a heart attack.
Yep.
But it is terrible for chronic illnesses. They don't train them in medical school, and it's not the doctor's fault at all. It is the system. It's the healthcare system. It's big pharma, and it's the school system. Like,
Yes.
they're just not equipped.
Mm-hmm.
They're not equipped. They're not equipped to deal with these problems from a holistic and wellness and full body point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would still have my gallbladder. I try my best not to be pissed. I try so hard, because my gallbladder and my appendix did not need removed. It was functioning at a low rate because of my Crohn's disease. So I got misdiagnosed with gallstones, and my gallbladder, like, they thought it was my gallbladder. And whenever I got my gallbladder removed and I was still having terrible pain, they're like, oh, you should be fine. Like, you should have no pain now. That's when I got a colonoscopy, and that's when they found the Crohn's. And the Crohn's was literally attacking my gallbladder, which is why it wasn't functioning properly. And so now I have to deal with the after effects of my liver being overworked, like chronic bloating, and all these things, because I was misdiagnosed, because the doctors they just don't know. And, you know,
That's a give it back.
it is
Put
what
it
it
back
is.
in. My God.
If we would have caught the Crohn's just a tad bit sooner, and they would have known what it was, I don't know. That's my opinion.
Have some organs.
Yeah, the organs would still be there.
They played you. And that's the reason why I'm so afraid of the doctors. Because I know every time I go there, they're like, this is wrong with you. This is wrong with you. This is wrong with you. And I'm like,
Go run and eat some broccoli.
literally, like, where's the carrots at? Like, be for real. I'm like, I'm trying. And they're like, this is wrong. I go to the doctor next time. This is wrong with you. This level's heightened. Literally, the last time I ever went to the doctor is when they told me I had thyroid, like a hypothyroidism. I said, bruh, I should be taking pills for that, but I just won't. It's not good. It's real bad for me, actually. It's part of the reason why my weight doesn't move.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to start taking that supplement too. I'll probably look into that now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm just so thankful for social media and TikTok for all of the educational videos. Of course, you have to be wary and, like, actually do your research
yeah.
and make sure what they're saying is backed up. But I am so thankful for all of the people trying to educate this generation and help us do better.
That's why boomers don't like us. Because we got more smarts than them. That's literally why. They're like, oh, they're educated. That means they think that because we're educated, we're dumb. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the other way around. But they can't help it. Like, it just really is what it is. Like, our generation is literally changing the world. I don't give a damn. Like, this is the generation that I see making the switch because our parents' generation sure as hell ain't. Like, what are they doing?
I hope so.
Coal miners and Trump. Like,
And that's on not being educated.
it literally is uneducated. Go to college, get your real education, and then get you some TikTok education.
Yeah, YouTube University.
There you go. Literally, YouTube and TikTok University, give me my diploma.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Uh-huh. Basically, with all that being said, we just hope to inspire some of you, possibly, and
if not, I hope y'all learned something.
yeah, true.
If you don't make the change, we did.
That's on you.
Literally, I mean, cool. But this is how we're doing it. This is how we're trying to change our lives for the better. So.
And we hope you do too.
Low-key. No, high-key.
Lucky. Alright, so we hope you enjoyed this episode and got a little bit of information on health and lifestyle and all this fun chronic illness journey.
Yeah. It's been a blast, guys. We'll see you next week with a new one.
Why does he look like that?
Stop being scary. You're gonna scare our fucking 5 subscribers away. Maybe 6. Maybe 8. I'm glad there's a damn camera videoing your ass.
That's what he did.
Oh my god, what's this say right into the camera?
What's it then? Stop! Oh my god!
You're gonna scare our fucking subscribers away. I'm getting bit around.
My god.
Okay, Winston.
We are
Stop
in
it.
That's going in.
These people think I'm an animal abuser. Can you please? Do y'all see this face? Quit.